All right, more news in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement on France and US visits. He says look forward to co-chairing an AI summit. Will unveil the first consulate in Marseille. Will visit thermonuclear reactor project. Look forward to meet my friend Macron. Will meet my friend Donald Trump as well, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi, talking about his visit to France and the US. He says Trump and I worked out the Indo-US strategic ties. Will build on deep ties from the first term of President Donald Trump. Will work on tech, trade, defense and energy. I'm going to go straight across to Gaurav for more on that. Important that the Prime Minister underscores the fact that there was work done in the President's first term and that work is in a way incomplete, and that is something that's going to be completed in this term. Gaurav.
They have two very, very important meetings and visits of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's about to embark first on a two-day visit to France. You'd recall that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also personally very close to the French President Emmanuel Macron. They met during Bastille Day. That was the last time that Prime Minister travelled to France. India's done a very big defence deal with France on the Rafale aircraft. There's likely to be a follow-up of the Rafale Marines for the Indian Navy. The Prime Minister will also be co-chairing the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit. So this is a joint India-France summit on artificial intelligence where top global tech CEOs will be there. And AI for global good, that's the effort. How can artificial intelligence be harnessed for public good, which is inclusive, secure and trustworthy? Remember, there's a big AI war that's on right now for supremacy, whether it's the United States or China or Europe. And this is where India is also moving forward in a very big way. So that's step one. The 2047 Horizon Roadmap for India and France Strategic Partnership. That's huge. 2047 is 100 years of India's independence. India and France are two very, very reliable strategic partners, a relationship that's held India in very good stead even after the Pokhran nuclear test. The Mirage 2000 fighter jets were used even in Balakot bombing. We're building the French Scorpion submarines. That's again a joint venture. How do you take that joint venture forward? You know, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the French President Emmanuel Macron at the Champs-Élysées Palace last time when I was covering that on ground, they'd spoken about how the two universities, students need to be together. From the drawing board, you need to take it forward. So there's a thermonuclear experimental reactor project in which the two countries are working close by. After France and Prime Minister, by the way, there's a new consulate, the first ever coming up in France, along with the embassy in Marseille. So you have a new consulate that's coming up. Then he travels to the United States. Again, it's a very, very important strategic partnership between India and the United States. Both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the American President Donald Trump, they're very close friends. We've seen that during Howdy Modi in Houston, Texas, that I covered, and also Namaste Trump in Ahmedabad, which we'd covered. So they're planning to take this relationship forward, not just bilaterally important for each other, but as Prime Minister Narendra Modi had earlier said, how do you make it work for global good? All of that, while there are many niggles in the relationship, immigration is a huge issue, tariffs are a huge issue, but there are many areas of convergence where the two countries hope to move forward, Sneha.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Gaurav, getting in those details and putting that important visit of the Prime Minister to France and to the US into perspective.